down to Sheraton. We have any newbies? Never been to DragonCon before? Woo! Hey! Welcome to DragonCon, the best convention experience you'll ever have in your entire life. Better than San Diego Comic-Con. Thank you. Before we get started, I just want to draw your attention. Can the camera do a close-up on this? This is one of our Trek Track shirts. It says 25 years of all good things. And in the background is the Next Gen ship. And we have it for sale down at Cosmic City booth in the dealer's room in Marriott, bottom level, table C13. The other shirt that we have is a Navy. Can you focus on that? Yeah, Navy shirt. So this is another 25th anniversary of TNG, and the 25 and the TNG is actually made up of letters of all the characters on TNG and their real names too. So, ooh, $25 help support Trek Track. Thank you. Okay. All right, this is my third year as Trek Track director. Probably, yeah, it was 3 years ago exactly when the other Trek Track director left, and they were wondering who would fill his shoes, and I sent an email to the chairman of DragonCon saying, what do you think of me as a Trek Track director? Because I am first and foremost a fan of sci-fi before even being an actor, so that's why I love going to cons and I love the position that I'm in right now. So when I sent that letter to the chairman of DragonCon, he answered back, is it April Fool's Day? Excellent timing. $25 for those shirts. I might get you a deal though, you know.
Buy one Riker shirt,
buy one day to get two Rikers free.
So impressive.
Free Thomas.
Yeah, nice. Actually in prison. Let him out. They spelled my name right this year.
How was it spelled last year?
S-H-A-T.
The Shad?
Hey, where's the Shad? Where's old Baldy? What's the story?
I think he's working on a movie in Israel right now. Otherwise, Sir Patrick would be here. And I'm really bummed out, guys. We wanted him here for sure. But it's awesome to have him.
He didn't want to be here.
He wanted to be here.
He doesn't like DragonCon as much as I like DragonCon. Enjoy the corsets as much as I do. He'd rather wear the corsets.
Oh boy.
Have you seen his nude Oberon?
His what?
When he was at the Royal Shakespeare, he played Oberon naked.
Oh my lord. No.
He was going to revisit it as an older, I mean, he's more mature now.
Of course.
But he's still got the good.
Yes, he does.
And he looks exactly like he did when he played Oberon 20 years
Already
bald.
Fit. I think that's a prerequisite to be captain. You have to be bald. Maybe
That's what Generations, the movie was about.
Really? Passing from one baldy to another?
No, there's two captains in search of one good hair.
I love that. It's so true.
I love that line. That was a stinker of a movie, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. You know what? I didn't have a problem. You thought it was horrible.
No, horrible is the word. It's sort of a stinker.
No, I thought Nemesis was pretty awful.
But Nemesis was awful for us because, I speak of us collectively, because it wasn't about the family of Enterprise. It was more about Thomas Hardy's character.
Right.
It was turned into, by the way, one of our favorite movies.
Really?
Has he not, Thomas Hardy? Exception. And everything else on the movies. He's okay. You don't like our Hardy?
He's okay. I just felt. I'm sorry. I just felt that there was more. That film was more like an episode, and a bad episode.
Yeah, but it was because I thought it was about the guest instead of about the
crew.
The crew, and I get the core audience of all Star Trek movies comes to see, the Enterprise.
Yes.
And that movie immediately became about it.
So the issue was with the writing then, really, to begin with.
Even though it was by the Academy Award-winning John Logan.
Yes, I know.
Story by Brent Spiner.
Unbelievable. What? Spiners?
Orion.
Andorians. Andorians with cleavage. Hello. Stand up, Andorians. Let the rest of them see you. Yeah.
Not the one about DragonCon. What are the other two guys called? Bolians?
The Bolians,
Yes.
yes.
John Hostetter played?
Yeah, Bolians.
Bolians. I know that with people. Pretty good with those people. You know another character I used to love on the show with the, did you ever have on your show called Binars, where they come in pairs?
No.
We had Binars early on, and it was, we always thought they were tiny when they came in pairs, and we thought it'd be great if we were in the observation lounge, look out the window with a couple of Binars on the outside of the ship.
Together, and we have
Look in the window.
Oh, sleeping. That's
They
great.
never liked that idea. Oh,
Yeah.
you win. So were you going to introduce me, or were we going to do Q&A?
Yeah. Well, you jumped the gun a little bit, but
You know, you were busy blowing
I
smoke
will.
up your own ass. Oh, it's my third year in this part. Everybody loves me, and I'm the guy with the drum.
I had eggs for breakfast.
Tweet, 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 tweet. Think about lunch. Tweet, 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 tweet.
I should have knew this was going to happen. Oh my God.
Will we? Atlanta, I am in you. Tweet, 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 tweet. Oh, Lord, where am I going to put beer? Tweet, 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 tweet.
Okay. We do have some questions.
By the way, Jonathan S. Frakes is my Twitter number. Count, name.
Jonathan S. Frakes.
Jonathan, no, at Jonathan S. Frakes.
S and Sam.
Scott.
Scott. Sorry.
My father was an English teacher, and he named my brother and I after writers. My brother's name was Daniel Mark Frakes, after Daniel Defoe and Mark Twain. My name is Jonathan Scott Frakes, after Jonathan Swift and F. Scott Fitzgerald. Now that's the kind of shit you find out at these conventions! That's why you come! Not for the $25 t-shirt! Everybody's name, all the names. I really put it in the word 25 then.
Oh God. Okay, let's go. Hey, what's your question? Whoa. Whoa. Okay, anyway. Go ahead. What's your question? He's coming up box.
So, in terms of whether it's directed or acted, what role, what
Project has you been most passionate about?
Even if it's that Rogaine ad,
If I had your hair, I'd still be acting. I would kill for that hair. Okay. Beautiful.
Thank you.
You diet?
no, but thank you.
I wasn't that good, but if I had your hair, I could still be doing it.
Here.
I have hair, but I don't have your hair.
Okay, all right.
You do. Directing's a better gig. Plus, nobody's hiring me as an actor anyway.
Well, so my question, try not to have it be too loud. My question is in terms of what project have you ever done that you've been most impassioned by?
Is that really the word? Is that really the verb you're looking for? It's either the verb or the preposition need to change. Right.
Impassioned with is probably the better.
Star Trek First Contact.
All right.
Wonderful movie. Very good film. Ron Moore, Brennan Braga, Alice Creed. Oh yes. Jamie Cromwell.
Yes.
My godmother. Who? Here's something you find out. Who's my godmother?
Who's your guy? I don't know who you got.
Alfred Woodard. No! You all know that? No! Did you know that my father named us all after writers? No! There's some new shit coming out today. I'll still tell the old stories, don't get me wrong. Some of the old favorites.
Yeah, they
What's
love
my favorite opening story?
Well, I thought it was the buy one record, buy one day to get two record free.
It reminds me of this table. Reminds me of the actual setup.
Yes, of that fateful day.
Yes, that fateful day, Syracuse, New York. Everybody was still in love with the original show. Our show has barely started to air in the dead of winter. Sad. You have a sad vision so far?
Yes,
I'm feeling it. I'm waiting in the dealer's room to go on stage. First ever Star Trek convention. Nobody wants me to be there. They're very skeptical about the show, and they're selling those original action figures with a younger, fitter version of all of us. And they've got, Geordi for $35, and they got Tasha Yar for $40, and Captain Picard for $50, and they've got like a limited die line for $65, and then at the end of the table there's a little sign. It says, buy any action figure, get Riker free.
it's great. It's great. And that's the real story.
That's right there. The story. Have you ever heard that story before? Yeah!
Because,
And you'll hear it next year!
but it's funny how Sir Patrick has changed the version where he says, he tells it as in buy one data, get two Riker free. That's how he says it.
He's stolen my story.
He's stolen your story as if it's his story, which is kind of weird, but
He doesn't have enough of his own Sir Patrick stories.
now.
He used to sit on the bridge like this.
Yes.
Bombarded by, what did he get bombarded by? It wasn't the Klingons anymore. He used to hit on us.
Romulans?
Romulans hit us. They would shoot at us. Rita would be swinging around her chair. Here.
Got it.
Swapping in the breeze. I'd be flopping around in my chair. I'm Riker. And then I hear in the middle, Patrick in his ergometrically designed chair. The chair was designed to the shape of his ass. And he'd rumble along. And he'd mumble. Oh, Jonathan. Oh, Jonathan. What? We're getting laser fired. 25 years in the Royal Shakespeare Company. Bullets! Well, that's a true story. I have one more true story to share. You know Michael Dorn? Yeah. Big old dumb stupid wolf, right? He's up in the back of the bridge, constantly. He couldn't bear it because we were always looking at the view screen, we were always looking ahead, nobody would look at him. It hurt his feelings. Yeah. One day, he shows up on the bridge, Worf, fully Klingon down, and he's got a raw egg in his hand. He leans over the top. Breaks the egg on Patrick's head, squashes it. Albumin and yolk dropping down the whole stomach. Broken eggshell on his bald little head. Fact or fiction? Fiction. Yeah. You would have heard about it, right? Yeah, that would have been great. That's great. It would be cool, wouldn't it? Oh, yeah. That's awesome. Love that. Yes, sir. You have a question?
Yes, sir. I just wanted to get both of your take on the latest movie changing the timeline of Star Trek.
The movie that's about to come out
Well,
with color bites. You're saying the one that came out in 2009?
Star Trek.
The 2009.
Yeah, first JJ film.
I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was good. I thought he rebooted the franchise with style, grace, and $200 million. Not that I'm bitter. And my absolute favorite part of the movie is Carl Urban.
Oh, that's amazing. That monologue.
Did he channel it?
He channeled it, and that monologue when he's in that show for the first time.
Yeah,
it's brilliant. Yeah. Did you know he's a huge huge Star Trek fan to begin with, though.
Urban
is, yes.
I had the privilege of going to the set of the one that's shooting now, and Chris Pine is doing a scene with Cumberbatch.
Yes.
Yes. Who, by the way, is killing.
Really?
Oh my God, he's killing. He's the villain.
Yes, he's the bad guy.
And I was there for a couple hours and I watched the work together, and it was just spectacular.
Good stuff, man.
Good stuff. And here's another thing you find out at these festivals. Conventions, festivals.
You could say festivals.
You call it festivals.
DragonCon Festival.
What do you think about this, 2012? What format do you think they're shooting Star Trek? 3D, but what kind of equipment are they using? No! Anyone else? iPhone. They are shooting on iPhone. You got it, sir. Good answer. But they did shoot an entire episode of House on the Canon 7Ds.
The little, oh wow, that's amazing.
They're shooting the Star Trek movie on film.
The ones we're used to, right?
The ones I used to slam. And I said to JJ, my close personal friend, JJ, I said, yeah, Jay.
You just said one J, right?
Hey, so
Jay.
Yeah, you know, he calls me Jay. I call him JJ.
Got it. And what happened with the guy? Yeah, I guess
says, hey, JS.
JS.
What's with the film, JJ? He
And-
said it's the last chance I'll get to do it. Pretty cool.
Because everything's digital these days.
Yeah, but they're shooting in 3D on film.
That's amazing.
I know.
That's amazing. How long ago was this?
Clearly a little boring. Concept. I was amazed. I'm a big fan of JJ's. Are you not?
I am. Yeah, I am. I thought that film had everything that I wanted Star Trek to be, which is quicker. You okay? Right. Quicker pacing and kind of good comedic moments. That's what I was always pushing for. I do wear my thing.
They know who you are, though, don't they?
Most people do.
Not everyone. It's a little embarrassing when they don't, isn't it?
Yeah. The long hair throws them off sometimes.
Would you stop with the fucking hair? You're killing me with the hair. What do you think about these?
Do you actually wear them?
I'm going to put them on and get a certificate. Sartorial.
It's really 1980s.
No, but they have a purpose in my other life as a fisherman.
Oh, in case I see.
See if you're like this. It's like you're going snorkeling or you're on, right?
Yes.
And you lose a fishing. So the glasses don't fall out of the boat.
I get it. So it retains those glasses from going into the ocean
Or it goes into the lake.
or into a lake. Yes. Or a toilet or whatever.
Do you fish in a
I
boat?
do often. Never catch anything though.
So
Always
sad.
I know. It's a bummer.
Sad.
Sir, do you have a question?
Yeah, hi. First I want you to know that like I watched the show growing up and I loved it. And you're right.
Number one.
Riker's the one that convinced me Alaska.
This is called number one, this panel.
It is. Sorry.
It's okay. They're not here for me, they're here for you, so just, you know. Oh yeah, you were the one that convinced me that Alaska beards are cool, and I still think at least one of those is cool, so thank you for that.
I convinced you that Alaskan beards were...
No, Alaska and beards,
Oh,
because you had a beard from Alaska.
yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
It's only my hair I want. That's a nice ricarian beard right there in the front row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like
You
that.
glue that on?
So I'm a big fan of your directing work, and I really love the Librarian series.
So do I.
Yeah, and
Noah Wiley, Jane Curtin, Bob Newhart, Olivia Dukakis, and two women whose careers were rekindled after being on Librarian. Here's another good one. Ready?
Yeah, go.
The first, they're like Bond girls in these Librarian movies. Awesome. The first one I directed, the Bond girl, the fox that was with Noah, was Gabrielle Atmore, who then a month later became the star of Burn Notice. The second one, which we shot in New Orleans, first one was in Africa, starred as the Bond girl as the fox for Noah. Stanakatic, star Castle.
Nice. I'm responsible for both their careers. Oh, thank you. And who did I play in Roswell? Which leads me to my next plug. You may or may not know, if you follow the interwebs, the nets, the Twitters, yes. I'm directing Castle. Oh, cool. Speaking of Castle. With the wonderful and talented Stana, who I just mentioned, who plays Beckett, and everybody's favorite, Nathan Fillion from Firefly. The episode of Castle is about a murder at Comic-Con. No. Nice.
On my kids.
When is this filming?
This is filmed starting September 13th.
Awesome. That's
Awesome, right?
Yes.
So I'll play Jonathan Frakes, I would guess. So I'm essentially rehearsing.
Yes, you are.
Reminds me of my first convention. Everybody liked the original show, was waiting in. Did you ever see the extras with Sir Ian McKellen explaining about his character in Lord of the Rings?
No.
Yes? No?
Sir Ian.
Right? Is that from extras? Just checking. Because I'm thinking about stealing that bit and using Armin as Quark, telling a similar story. Quark. You like it as a concept? I mean, I have to expand on it.
That'll work.
Quark's funny.
Yeah.
Anything he does.
I think he does.
Where's he? Where's Armin?
I don't know where Armin is. I'm not sure.
I thought you were Drac. Oh, you're the third guy. Drac, I'm your guy. I got everything Drac. You don't know what Armin is, or Patrick got the bullshit answer about Israel. Where's Marina?
I don't know. I'm quitting today. I'm done. Did we answer your question?
I don't know.
Oh wait, you like the whole thing about beards in Alaska?
Yes.
No, that was a joke.
Oh, it's a-
Go into the question.
Oh, so what's your real question?
I can't remember.
Okay.
Your favorite thing you've ever directed? That was it. Yeah.
Did you say I love the Librarian movie?
That was my favorite. What's your?
But that set me off on a wild.
Yes.
And about Gabrielle and Stana and Noah. And didn't I tell the last person that my favorite was First Contact, or was that?
Oh, okay.
Wow. So, are you from the Department of Redundancy Department?
I thought that was who your favorite inspiring director was. I didn't realize that.
I directed that.
He directed me first.
I'm not even I am not that vain.
I think you are. I think you answered that question already.
I'm vain, but I'm not that vain.
Well, we can agree to disagree.
Nice one, Sir Courier. Thank you for attending Trek Track. Next question.
I don't know how I beat that.
That was funny. You were funny. Oh, you wrote yours down?
No, well,
You have cue cards?
hey, I didn't want to forget it.
You can ask me what my favorite movie was that I directed? Let me ask you a question. Which two actresses currently on cable television got their start as the guest stars on Librarian?
I know I thought would be able to answer that.
Fair enough. Yeah. Go ahead. You're up.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, well,
You have a two-parter?
no, I was going to ask you, what was the last piece? Second command, but nah.
Yeah,
I decided a better one was, you mentioned about fine arts, you know, and of course,
That was me.
yeah. Exactly.
I inspired that question.
No, exactly, but you were inspired by BUS. Who could forget that?
She's awesome. You know who Minuet was?
No.
This is an
actress named Carolyn McCormick, who actually went on to Law and Order, correct? So beautiful, so talented, so sweet. And we were in the holodeck, and do you have a holodeck on your ship?
Yes.
Is that where Ricardo came from?
Yes. He's a merchant.
But he was a holographic.
He's a holographic character, yeah. He's a hologram, so EMH.
What did you do in the holodeck? What did your character do in the holodeck?
Stuff.
Were you bad in sex stuff?
We didn't. You know what? They don't ever touch upon that in Star Trek. Someone does some type of, as far as I know, maybe a next gen, but not a
You
movie.
don't remember the story of Data and Tasha Yar?
In the holodeck?
Where Data tells Tasha Yar he is fully functional? Just touch upon that, really the phrase you want to
Okay. You go there. How's that? Yes. No,
We used to ski in the holodeck.
we did Captain Proton in our holodeck. Is what we did. It was a homage to the old Flash Gordon, black and white.
Right back.
Yes, where Tom Paris plays Flash Gordon, kind of, and I play his sidekick.
Where's he?
He is directing.
He's not directing, I just saw him.
Damn it.
Dude, these are your peeps! I know! Why isn't he here? Where's Roxanne?
Roxanne is eating lunch. She is directing. Damn it! Okay. What about Jerry? Jerry Ryan?
Yes, Jerry.
Okay. Not Jerry Doyle from Babylon 5. Ooh, that's a name we haven't heard in a while.
Wow. Or the late great. You never worked with him. My favorite first, who did both my movies and all the Star Treks.
Jerry Fleck. I did work with him. He was our first too. He was the best. The
Best
first AD ever. Unbelievable. The job of the first AD, you have to understand, is to tell the actors, what time to be there. And the thing is, his estimates were always perfect. If he told us to be there 12:30, we'd get there. Never any wasted time. Always had the set under control, right?
Great sense of humor,
Yeah.
great idea of what everybody's job was.
And
Never had to raise
And passed away out of the blue.
He had dinner with Brad on Saturday, he was dead
On Sunday.
He was 50-something.
Yes. It was really
He was
sad.
a really, really great guy. Rest in peace.
Yes.
So now you brought Jerry Fleck up.
Who knew?
No, it was such a great thing that after this, when at the end of the show, you go back and you say the Fine Art Planet, you walk back into the holodeck, into the bar, and she's not there anymore. And it's just, I always thought, gee, you just saved their planet. Couldn't they just make her again for you? Why not?
Did the Binars make Minuet? I wondered where she came from. Is that really what happened?
Learn something new at a convention.
Is that true? I thought I went in there with the trombone and called up New Orleans 1930-something, and she was the fox at the piano.
And she did, too.
She did distract me. I'm still thinking about it. So the Binars put her in the holodeck to distract Riker? Are you kidding me?
No! This is awesome.
This is awesome, yes! It worked! They were smart! They can't be washing our windows! Wow! What did they want from us? They wanted what?
Remember you had to download their whole computer system into the ship computer. Because they-
Yeah, you lose it when you start talking about that stuff. I remember Minuet, I remember the Binars.
I know it. This is why I come to these conventions. And he's not even wearing a corset.
Thank God for coming.
Thanks for your question. Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Men in Black.
Men in Black.
Men in Black. Let's go.
One of my favorite episodes of Next Generation was one
one that you directed called Sub Rosa. That was the one with the ghost-like entity. I particularly loved how it gave a more scientific view of the whole ghost phenomenon. You know, because something like that could very well be possible. I wanted to know what inspired you to make that. It's like where did the whole idea come from?
Wow. It came from the writers. I like that episode. Gates was in that haunted house, and that wonderful actor was it David Ruggiero. What was that actor's name? He played the guest star.
Duncan Ruggiero.
Dude, I thought for a second maybe you were Richard Harmon. Ruggiero. Duncan Ruggiero. Nice pull. I felt like LeVar right there.
That was Lamar. Yeah, I like that.
Very LeVar.
We gotta show Lamar that.
And I stole a lot of those shots from Hitchcock movies. They were very slow, wide, high, low. That was a great episode. Gates was great in it too. And we built that beautiful haunted house and all that stuff on Planet Hell on stage 16. Did you have a third stage besides 8 and 9?
Yes, we had stage 16.
And that was your Planet Hell?
That was our Planet Hell stage, yeah, with the cat coop.
It's horrible, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is what all our alien planet and cave scenes were on the stage 16, and Next Gen actors and Voyager and Deep Space Nine, we all experienced this horrible, horrible stage where there are all these stray cats living underneath there. It was just...
It used to be the stage that was the front of the Bonanza house.
Oh, really? Okay.
And they opened both doors on the stage and they'd run horses.
No way.
They'd run horses in one door and out the other door. And there was a camera back there as if it was an exterior.
Amazing.
That's the kind of shit you learn at DragonCon.
There's something you didn't know.
Thank you. Also, it was the location on which Patrick Stewart, when Denise Crosby decided to leave the show, Gene Roddenberry wrote those beautiful episodes for her, and we had a funeral for Tasha. Remember this? Skin of Evil, I think it was. And we were all sort of sad as characters, and we were sad as actors, and they got sort of intertwined because Denise was part of the family. The whole thing was really emotional and painful, and there was a big, the holodeck doors opened, and they had laid out beautiful green rolling hills. Does this sound right? Does this sound right? And Patrick came out through the holodeck doors and sang.
Like, real? For real? Okay.
True fact.
Yeah, fact or fiction?
Fact. You get some good material out of here. I like working with you. Stay up here. Who's in line? Q's in line. We have Well, shit, it's already after 6 o'clock.
I know. Next.
I just had a close over that guy's ass for 5 minutes.
There are children in the audience, certainly.
Reminds me of my prostate exam which I had which I'll share as part of my experience with you. We're mostly adults here anyway. You're too young. Have you had a prostate exam?
No.
I'll save it for another time.
Thank you. Sir, what's your question?
Yeah, I have a question about Riker's poker strategy.
Oh, so do I. First of all, I'm very glad you brought it up. Who would get into a game with Jordy who can see through the cards?
Right? And Troy, you can read your mind.
Betazoid who can read your mind.
That Worf was just
A
gonna call it.
Klingon who can kick your ass. And an android who knows everything. The only one I had a prayer meeting with Gates and Cheryl, what's her name? Prussian, yeah, Beverly. Call her Cheryl? Her name is Cheryl. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. This is another great story. All right. No, don't go to this one. Get that one. I get it.
How did you win?
I never did win. Did I win?
Oh, every time.
I was better than all of them. The writers saved me. When Cheryl Gates McFadden was offered the job of Dr. Crusher. Oh, know this story? No. Oh man, this is a good one. Give it to me. She she was doing a play. She was a New York actress. And I think she was doing a play down at Des McAnuff's theater in San Diego, which I can't remember the name of. But anyway, she was involved with the play. She did not particularly want to take the job, got it. And she thought, after they pursued her and persuaded her that she was going to be Dr. Crusher, and they worked a schedule out so she could do it after the play, she thought that she could change her name, by changing her name to Gates McFadden, her theater friends in New York wouldn't know that she was on this weird sci-fi cable television show. She was sort of, you know, semi-embarrassed that she was doing Star Trek. So she came on as Gates McFadden. Even though her name was Cheryl McFadden and she clearly looked like Cheryl McFadden. She was on television as a star of a television show. But by changing her name to Gates, maybe their friends would know. Not only that, and I only say this because it's public, you know that story, right? You've heard this story before? You know, she also changed her birthday.
Wow.
How do you change your birthday? It's right. She told some magazine or some interviewer a different birthday than her real birthday. And then that became the birthday of Gates McFadden. And she would get well wishes from all the fans on the birthday that she had told them in the interview, and be pissed off that nobody remembered her real birthday. Did she tell that story on herself, or did Marina tell that story on her? She told that story, right? It's a true story. True story. You should have all that shit. Fact or fiction? Fact. Good evening. The footage you're about to see is extremely graphic. My name is Jonathan Frakes. You a captain?
I took one off for today.
Does it make me feel better?
Yeah.
There's so many young captains running around. All it does is hurt. You see the guy in a half Star Trek uniform today? I said, where's the rest of your uniform? He said, it's casual Friday.
I was actually going to go there if you mentioned the glasses and the jeans. But,
Yeah.
So, permission to speak freely? I have actually seriously one tiny question about that, and then, if it's all right, small token of appreciation. But the question is for that four-letter phrase. I often felt like it was an interesting device in some of the scenes where there was tension. And I was wondering if that was a phrase, and I think you primarily used it. I think there were a couple other characters that used it a few times, but it was mostly your line. And I was wondering if that was something that you made up or if that was the writers.
That was the writers. It's one of my, I use it in real life. And you look somebody in the eye and you're going to say something that's harder than the average conversation. And I love that about Riker, that he would say that. That's, he used to look at Picard when Picard was being an asshole and not what he was supposed to do, or what Commander Riker thought he was supposed to do.
Yes.
And I'd go into his little ready room and I'd say, permission to speak freely, sir. He'd give me that look. 22G, I think it was. You know what 22G is?
Yeah, that's the look of like, what are you gonna say, right?
He's a little active, but go for it. 22, I'll give you, first of all, I'll add 22G. Okay, and then you can guess what it is. Okay, it works for, in my opinion, it works for almost everything. Here we go. You know what it is? Please tell me. Who farted? Fact or fiction? And I can't take credit. I would take credit if I could, but it's credited to an actress who guested on our show, whose name was Gina Hecht. You know who she is? No? Anybody? No, she was an actress, and she was in a television series, and she was, I don't remember what episode she was in, but somebody here will dig her up, and she tells a story, so we gave it G, 22G, we gave it to her for her name, and it works for everything. This is a very, very productive panel. Isn't there a lot of good takeaway from here? And, fortunately, it's over.
track.
It's like an hour, so. Yeah, we got 15 more.
Sorry, real quick. Riker played.
You're on such a good roll.
He has a
Riker played trombone.
Permission to speak freely.
I played trombone amongst other things, and when I was growing up, watching Riker playing trombone was cool for me. So I wanted to give you my latest record if I could.
Are you serious?
Yeah, is that cool?
Yeah, of course it's cool.
Point of clarification, when Tuvok was going through Contour, he did go get busy in the holodeck.
Really? Is your band really about Tupac getting busy? But thank you. Nick and the Grooves?
nice.
This is nice. Look at that little 45 adapter on there.
It looks very cool.
It says, Jonathan, thank you for continuing to inspire and for your work on the screen and behind the camera. Nick Agnew. Thank you, man.
Thanks, Nick.
The truth about the trombone. Well, this is the doctor for 3000 FS. So 33 and a third. The doctor said MSMDK. MSMDK. Supernatural. The realm. Dr. Frankenstone. Steam 66X. Right? I asked you that before. Was that not who you are?
Very close. First off, I would like to say that I learned way more in your panel than I would have learned if I went to school today.
Were you going to go to school dressed like that? Sporting the mustache?
That depends.
You have the pants on as well? She almost laughed her herself out of the mustache. Her mustache almost fell off.
I have one.
There must be a word for that. Wait, one second. Nick? Is Nick still here? Did he leave? No, he's there. Is that Nick? Now, Nick Edelstein? He put the shades back on. He did. When I played trombone on Star Trek, and it sounded okay, that was me. When I played trombone on Star Trek and it sounded fabulous, it was Bill Watrous. What's your question?
I was wondering, like, I always hear stories about the shenanigans that went on during The Next Generation, but I was wondering if you remember any shenanigans from any of the other Star Treks that you directed on.
First of all, there were no shenanigans on The Next Generation. Let's get that straight. The A thing I made up, okay? Your show was pretty nuts.
It was.
I had the privilege of working with, I think the first time I directed over there, with Picardo and Dwight Schultz together.
Oh my.
That's a lot of actors.
Yeah. That's a lot of personality.
That's a lot of personality. That's a lot of energy in one room.
Yeah. That was your first voice?
I think it may have been.
Oh.
That was great.
Okay.
I liked your set. And then I directed Deep Space, and it depended who you. It really depends on the sort of the coupling, who's in the scenes,
Yeah.
and what part of the week and how far behind schedule you are, how good the script is, how well prepared the actors are. There are a lot of variables, but all the shows have really clever, funny, outrageously behaved people on them who were not afraid to embarrass you, shame you, waste your time, make you laugh. Did I mention embarrass you?
So
they
role
always got
models,
the role.
right?
Yeah, all good role models. Yeah. So you skipped school today?
Yeah.
Where do you go to school?
I go to Pinecrest High School in North Carolina.
That's really skipping school. You planned this.
All right. Next question, please. Thank you. Your feet asleep? Probably. Yeah. All right.
Hi, I'm Desi.
Hey, Desi.
Hi. So you were known as like the ever optimist guy on Next Generation. He seemed really confident in himself.
I'm going to tweet during this.
No, I was just making sure that we had more time for you.
Let me give
You know what
some
Maria
context.
does? I know.
So here's some context. I just finished watching Battlestar Galactica 2 days ago. So my question for you is,
All of them?
Yes.
Nice.
Not in the day.
No, it's a great show.
Yeah.
It's a great show. Ron Moore.
Right. So my question is, did you ever hope that Riker would become less optimistic by the end of TNG, like everyone in TNG? Why did Will Riker
That's a
still
really
have hope?
interesting.
That's my question.
Why would I want to be less optimistic? Why would Riker want to be less optimistic?
That is my question.
That's an excellent question.
You were Will Riker, not me.
I just played Will Riker. I wasn't the person who said every third week, what I really want is to be a captain of my own ship. The reason I'm here on the Enterprise is because I'm going to have my own command soon. And they offer me my own command. Riker says, I'm really not ready to leave the Enterprise. I look like a spineless Stanley Hazard from North and South. Oh, whatever, good. Remember that? I complained about that, and then fortunately, I think it might have been best of both worlds. It was the beginning of first, they blew all the ships up that I had to offer. At the same time. Well, one after another. That's pretty cool. It's a multiple visual effect shot. Yes. I'm gobstopped. I don't know why I would not want to be optimistic, why one could not want to be optimistic. My girlfriend was on, that's how I talk. That was your subject. That was your subject. She's like over there. It's jazz hands, right? Were you not optimistic? Oh, you were. I was super optimistic. Until your girlfriend was over there. Yeah, bummed out a little bit. It was my first mission ever, so that's what was so horrible. It was all of our first mission. No, you'd already been assigned to other things. You were a commander at that point, right? Yeah. Did the Miners really bring Minuet on that ship? Is that how that works? Yeah, that's right. That's how it works. What do you mean it was your first mission? I'm just saying. What rank were you? I was an ensign, but I was out of Starfleet. The first mission I had was Voyager, yes, and then boom, lost in the first and second. So, and you were way far away. So far away. So far. Yes. So 70 years to get back to Earth if we couldn't find a shortcut. Did you go through a wormhole? No, we were just sucked by the caretaker into Delta Quadrant. So that's immediately. As soon as you took off from Earth? Yes. And so the only person left alive would have been Kim if it took 70 years back. And the friggin' doctor. The doctor and Kim would have been too. Doctor, you stuck with him? Yes, the whole time. Holy shit. Wow! So it might have just been the doctor who made it back alive at that point. Hello? Yes, I know. Did we answer your question? No, I don't think so. I don't think we did. No, as Riker or as Frakes, would never want to not be optimistic. Pretty serious work for me. Huh? Hey, look who's here. Q. Let me tell you a story about Gene Roddenberry before we get Q. Okay, all right, spit it up. Which would remind, while we're in this sort of semi-levity aside moment. Yep. When I was auditioning for the show, I auditioned 7 times over 6 weeks. Wow. Did you have to audition that much? 6 times over 3 months, actually. But did you wear the same shirt to each audition? No, but I played the same music before getting out of my car. It's like, yeah, So before my auditions, I used to have to go to Gene Roddenberry, may he rest in peace, his office. And in his office, after the 3rd, 4th, 5th audition, he would tell me about his vision of the 24th century. Oh my gosh, because he really believed. Yeah. I mean, he wasn't just a visionary to all of us, but he really believed that if we did things properly, if we followed the prime directive, he said this, that in the 24th century, there would be no hunger, there would be no greed, and all of the children would know how to read. That's an awesome thought. Gene Roddenberry. Like that. Fact or fiction? Fact. Nice. Q. All right. Don't do anything weird. Not too weird. Anything could happen.
In the episode where Q gives you omnipotent powers, did you have any offset personal fantasies of what you would do if you had that kind of power?
How long have you been working on this question? The whole time you've been sitting there?
Right.
God, I wish I had a good answer. I did my 2 serious things for the day. Just got them out of the way. No, there's nothing left. I don't have anything. I'm like an empty well. Hold deep. World peace.
Got your heart on that.
Yeah. Anyway,
Give Stuart hair.
that's his problem. Minuet and Troy. I only mention that because you may not know this, because I can clearly tell you don't know anything about the show. Riker served on a Klingon ship and trained on a Klingon vessel, and one of the things he learned was that Klingons, as he went to the Klingon mess hall and was approached by 2 Klingon women who looked at Riker and said, "One or both." That's the reference to Minuet. I get it. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is really good. I really enjoyed this. This is exciting. Really terribly pear-shaped if there are too many. Yeah. Oh yes. And everybody tries to, you know, they go down the line and all. This is the ideal number. This is good. This is good. Except I don't get to do any interpretive dance. Gates does that, but I'll save that for tomorrow. Yes.
Lieutenant Phaserbait reporting for duty, sir.
Yes, sir. Phaserbait. Yes. He also snapped his glasses together.
Yeah.
I used to wear those. Wow.
They work.
Yeah.
Quick thing, so did you seek out to roll?
Were you sitting in line the whole time thinking I could do the Lieutenant Phaserbait? Oh, is that just
That's been doing this for 5 years.
awesome. You've been coming to the festival for 5 years?
That same character, they should promote me.
That's the story of my life! I was on that ship for 15 years! I come around DragonCon, 18-year-old engine captain! You feel my pain, Phaserbait!
So did you seek the role of Riker? And you mentioned the auditions, but really how tough was it to get on?
They wanted William Campbell. You know who Billy Campbell is? Rocketeer. Oh, really? Yeah. The Rocketeer? Someone of it, yeah. He's a great actor. He's on The Killing now. Okay. With Michelle Fort. Oh, I haven't seen it. Good? You know Michelle Fort? Yes. That's it, Rob? Yes. Wow. Let's put her in the mix, by the way. Troy and Ensign Rowe. And that Bring Boydie chick who dropped her skirts in Riker's quarters. I like that. I bring it back really good memories. No wonder I like DragonCon. Those are the days, right? Those were the days, yes. Who did Kim go with? Kim? Who did he go with? Yeah. Oh, he had all kinds of, like, dead girl, holographic girl. Dead girl? Yeah, there was a dead girl that Kim was with. What kind of dead girl? Really? Oh, I can talk to him about that. Okay. Dead girl? Yes. That's wrong. It was wrong. Delaney twins. Like, Kim always had girls and then they disappeared. Yeah. And I never got promoted either, just like you. Yeah. So, how were you with alien women? Oh, I was pretty good with alien women. I didn't have a problem. Me too. Yeah. What is your question?
So years ago, did you work hard to seek out the role?
I worked, as you know, I've said many times, getting the role was harder than doing it. Yeah, it was. But I was naive enough, because I wasn't a real Trekker when I started. I was naive about how much a part of the popular culture Star Trek was. And I had to do, I had to do some research to really catch up to what a phenomenon this world is and how blessed I was to become a part of it.
Really enjoyed your work on it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so we have very little time, but let's see if we can just run through these questions real quick, because I know you guys have been sitting there the whole time. Go.
Real quick, sir.
Is that how you run things here at Trek Track?
Yes, I
Try to
do.
do things fairly and treat everybody equally?
I try.
Very prime director.
Thank you.
So real quick, just say nobody else can sit down in the line. Huh?
Right, nobody else can sit down the line. Okay.
I just want to say I'm trying.
You're leaving it in the hub with the good shit. There could be some good stuff still. I didn't tell any stories about Marina yet.
Yes, sir. Real quick question, but first I gotta say I really did enjoy your work on Star Trek, but I also enjoyed your voice work on Gargoyles and Xanatos. Still one of my number one villains of all time.
Xanatos, great character. I have an interesting little, this is gonna kill you. Oh God. I went to work on a cartoon show on Wednesday called Adventure Time. I played Finn's father. And who's coming out of the booth as I'm going in? Who? LeVar. No. Wait! Go ahead.
So also one other thing, the whole permission to speak freely thing,
Yeah.
I hate that, and
Yeah.
that's a whole other story. But real quick, I just had a question. Is that it seems when you got a close-knit, tight group of actors, that once the show kind of ends and another one of those actors gets a job somewhere else, it sort of seems like they bring their friends with them. Is that something that like they're knocking on your door and like, hey, can I get a job there?
I'm knocking on their door.
Right.
Are you talking about leverage?
Anything, sir. It just.
Why wouldn't I want to put Brent Spiner in a show if I was directed?
Like someone who's directing the shows.
Our show was, you know, it's a bit of a cliche, but our show really was like a family and still is. We still hang together. I mean, we were contrasts to each other's kids. We stood up at each other's weddings. We still had lunch together, dinner together. So it's, yeah. If you could give your friend a gig, you should do it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Next. Star Wars shirt is wearing? Now, yeah. Now,
Yeah, I think
this
that's
last
right
one.
here.
Yeah, okay. Last, guys, we have to do last question. I've been told by the powers that be. Who are the powers that be? I thought you were Trek. I was, but then there's also guys that are telling me we got to. Who's coming on? Who's behind us? Hey, Gordy! What? Anyway, let me pre-screen your question. What is it? Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to point out that on Deep Space Nine, didn't Quark have a bunch of holodecks he rented out almost exclusively for that purpose?
Oh, really? I did not know that.
I'm not even here.
He just said.
Running the show.
He just said he just talked about he said that on Deep Space Nine, Quark had holodeck rooms that he rented out specifically for the purpose of you know what. Yeah. All right, let's throw it out. Go ahead.
Were you an instinctual director? Did you study other directors? And also, were you responsible for the homage to Akira Kurosawa's Rashomon in TNG?
I stole from all the good directors I could steal from, and still do, which I was taught. Steal from the good ones.
Well, you're brilliant, and I get excited when I see your name attached to it.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Here, let's get that last one. Come on in.
She said I'd bring it.
No, I'll bring it.
In the episode Rascals, where Picard and Ensign Rowe and Jingo and Diamond get shrunk back into kids, you about doing that as one of my favorite favorites.
I don't think I've seen that episode.